Hello, good morning, good day to everybody. Hope you're doing well on this Sunday morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are. Maybe even possibly Monday for the 23rd of 2025. Check, testing, check, 1, 2. Hope you're doing well on this Sunday. Okay, cool. But we are back, hoping to cash some more picks for today. As I always say, be sure to go follow me over on Twitter or X. I still call it Twitter. Personally, excuse me. Just like I still call Facebook. I don't call it Meta. And there are a plethora of other things here in my hometown that I still call what it used to be, called, and they ended up changing it to something else. I still call it something specific, even like a bus name. We know that some bus names, if you're a daily bus rider, that some bus names they decided to change, the name, and I'm like, I still call it this. That's just me though. But as you see here, per the results for the recap from yesterday, even last night, I had technically it was like a 3-7 night. But if you're really being technical as far as my posts are concerned, I went 3-3 on the day yesterday. Went 0-2 on my main picks for the stream yesterday. Had O'Hearn and Christian Yelich to get 2 HRs that didn't cash. Christian Yelich got his, but O'Hearn, my O's, we sucked. Schmidt for the Yankees. The Yankees went off. Like a whole bunch of teams just went off. It was a dinger Saturday for and I attempted to try to put in, which I should have at least gotten a home run win last night. I did put Lindor on a parlay along with Machado. And had I taken just those 2 picks separate as well, Lindor would have came through for me. That's why I always try to, encourage. I can't tell you how to, bet on a daily basis. This is your betting journey. You're allowed to bet how you want. I'm allowed to bet how you want. You're allowed to bet at how much money you want to bet as far as your weekly bankroll. I'm allowed to bet however much I want. Nobody can tell either of us how much or how many legs or how many picks we should. Nobody is allowed to. You're your own individual betting human being. You live your life how you live when it's pertaining to the betting streets, and I will do the same. And I will continuously support you again, because if you're betting even 10 cents on bets, you have my 1,000% support. And if you're betting $1,000, you still have my betting support. It's your funds. You do what you want. And I'm going to continue to do what I want. But yeah, like I said, I should have had Lindor. I should have taken, like I've been saying, like, hey, yes, we can do parlays. Keep it simple though. I encourage you to keep it simple, and I definitely encourage you to do single bets as well, because that's where, when it's pertaining to the longevity of this road, this betting journey, single betting is still the more profitable side of things. Even if you're betting a full unit on something, or a unit and a half, or 2 units or whatever, it is best. So again, had I taken Lindor, I would have had a cash on a home run last night. But O'Hearn did not get, because Schmidt for the Yankees shut him down. I think he pitched 7 innings, I think it was, and a no-hitter before Sanchez for my O's got a hit. But it was after they sat Schmidt down. But the Yankees did win either way, shutting us out 9-0. And then De La Cruz and Lux. De La Cruz did his thing. He hit a home run. And Lux, I think he only had 1 hit. Let me just double check and re-look at this here. Again, there were a plethora of blowouts, plethora of teams scoring, 4 or more runs, because I'm still pushing to do like 4+ run picks and stuff like that for winners and stuff. But what was I saying? Cincinnati. Oops, I picked the wrong game. Congrats to St. Louis on winning 6-5. But yeah, okay, so Lux had an RBI. So had Lux gotten one more hit or a run or something, that would have cashed, but it didn't. And then Aronda, Jonathan, I should have just taken him on the HRR. Nothing. My gut didn't tell me to do that. I just felt kind of good about him getting a home run. His info on Prop Finder was just like on the full side of the green, and yeah, he was the play of the day for me yesterday. And I really should have, before I did this pick, I did Acuna Jr. to get 2.5 HRRs. That should have been the play of the day, but I did put him in, as you see here. He got a home run, so that cashed. So, and then Bobby Lowe came through. Brandon Lowe came through. Both Brandon Lowe and Josh came through. Luckily enough, because I was trying to put a pick in during the live stream yesterday, I was going to do a brother pick parlay. Actually, the Lowe brothers along with the Contreras brothers on a parlay. I did not get a chance to do that because the specific HRRs weren't available to pick those two players. So at that time when I was streaming, so I had to wait. And by the time I waited, it was too late. The game had already started for the Brewers game. So I couldn't do anything with that pick. So luckily enough, I had Lowe and the Lowe brothers connected with another parlay that I actually messed up on. I actually connected that with another 2 parlay HRR, which was a 4-leg HRR, and it greened. So I'll take that extra win. So yeah, that's pretty much everything for the most part. All my other parlays did not cash. I had a couple of extra parlays that I put together on FanDuel. 3-leg, 2 total base, missed by 1 because Friedel couldn't get the extra total base. He finished with 1. And then I had another HRR, I think it was a 5-leg, if I remember correctly. And it was, let me just double back here. Actually, no, that's right. I shared it on my Twitter here. Where are you? These are my lays from, these are some of my looks. I did put in a couple of bets currently for today. Here it is. So Friedel did not get the 2 total base. It was Ramon. He did not get, I don't think he got a hit at all. I think they fully shut him down. So, everything else hit. Oh, no, that's right. Friedel didn't get a hit. So those 2 did not cash. There was something else that I had that missed. Can't remember what it was. It was something else that did not come through. But either way, anyway, let's dive into today. And let's talk about the couple of picks here that I posted on Twitter. So I have, once again, because it continues to do this, HRRs, going back with Ronaldo here and Marcell Ozuna. I believe I did parlay them maybe 3-4 days ago, I think. Maybe 5, something like that. So, per outlier, Acuna Jr., last 10 games, he's been handling business. He's 8-2 of the last 10 games, averaging 4.4 HRRs. Head-to-head matchup, 3 HRRs, 12-7. Again, all positive except for that Sunday specifically. But batting average, 4.46. But again, Sundays he's struggling. I think he only has 2 hits on this specific day. So we'll see how this goes. And then Ozuna, Marcell, he's averaging 2 HRRs, positive, but he's 5-5 over the last 10 games. But he's also averaging 3 HRRs, and he's above 500 with 16 HRRs out of 28, 16-12. Batting average positive, Sundays positive, 257, 316. So hopefully this one cashes. And then the other one is Suarez, Pavin Smith. If you've really been paying attention to some of these teams, like the Diamondbacks, like the Rays, a little bit of the Cardinals, like some of these teams are cashing every single week. You may want to continue to ride these waves, right? Because the heat is picking up. Batters are out here hitting home runs and getting HRRs. Some of them even getting like 4 HRRs and no home runs. So I actually am going to be looking to fade some players today on the home runs, specifically like a 5 or 6 leg plus value, hoping that this cashes today. We're going to work on that for today stream, and hopefully within the next roughly hour we can put a 5 leg, probably roughly about a 5 leg together, maybe even 4 leg, to see what we can get today. Maybe a couple of parlays here. So Suarez, Pavin Smith, 2 HRs. This is minus 115. I forgot to mention that the other one is a plus 142. So same thing, Suarez knocking out the park, averaging 4. He's just shy of 5 HRs over the last 10 games, 6 and 4. Head to head, 2.9 HRs, but he's just under 500. 10 out of the last 21 games, he's had HRRs, 2 HRRs or more. Batting average plus 274. But it's Sundays, once again, just like Acuna Jr. struggling. I think he has also just 2 hits on Sundays. Hopefully that will change today. And then Smith, 2 HRRs, 1.5. But he's under 500 with a 4-6 record over the last 10 games. Head to head, same thing, 2 HRRs, 1.6. Under 500, 5 out of the last 13 games. He's only gotten it just 5 times. Batting average and Sundays positive, 281, and then his Sundays batting average is 357. So we will see what happens with those 2 picks. And now we are going to put together some other stuff. Now, per what I posted for today, I did put together, I'll let you know right now, I did not post these, and I'll probably hopefully look to post these actually no, I thought I did. I did not. I thought I did. I did not. So what I'm looking at per my little list here, I am thinking about Kurtz and Butler. So let's look at them. They're pretty much the later game at night. So let's actually no. Sorry, that's because this is not Saturday. This is Sunday. It's a 4 o'clock game. They're facing off against Slade. No relation to Slade from Teen Titans. If you're a fan of that very popular cartoon, I need to rewatch that. I'm a big kid. I love watching cartoons. I love watching anime. It's what I do on top of plethora other fictional stuff. So, here's the thing. Slade isn't allowing a lot of home runs, right? But let's look at his info. He is in the green when it's pertaining to left-handed batters. All across the board. He's handling business. He has a OBA against right-handed batters, 220, but he's in the green with the slug and the ISO. So when I really looked at this, a lot of green here, right? So I am still thinking of taking the chance, because I didn't put this pick in. I'm still thinking of taking the chance of putting Kurtz and Butler down against Slade. There's no information for Kurtz against Slade, and there's no information for Butler. But let's really dive into this. So Kurtz has been a home run machine over the last 10 games when we really look at it. He has 5, and then he has 8 over the last 20. But we are focusing on HRRs. Look at this. Just, man, he missed yesterday. If he had gotten it, that would have been his 7th straight day. If he would have gotten it here, it would have been his 9th straight day of getting 2 or more HRRs. But he's only, he's 8-2. So, 7-3 over the last 10 games. But he's 4-1 over the last 5, which is great. So he's facing off against a right-handed pitcher. He's in the green against the righties, right? He actually has 4 doubles, 9 home runs. He's 1 shy, but it's just a little bit above the season when it's pertaining to his K rate. It's still at a 37%, but it's 36.8. But against the pitch mix, when it's pertaining to Slade's pitch mix, he's pretty much mostly in the green, right? And look over here, the metric, right? Look at this. Home runs across the Woozah. Look at how beautiful this has looked since even last month, right? This is beautiful. This is what you want to look at. This is what you're looking for. But let's look at his splits. So at home, he has a 289 average, 645 slug. But he struggles during the day because this is during the day game, right? June, he has his batting average is low. Just I want to say more so just below middle, but he still has a slug of 659. But let's look at Sundays specifically. He is in the green, 278, with a 556. Against the AL, 255, 529. And against righties, specifically, 274 and 585. Now, the real question is, what spot is he going to be batting in today? Today, because last night I think he was batting. I think, if I remember, he batted 5th. Let me see, because there's a specific. There is a specific Twitter account that I follow that gives out daily. They give out daily lineups here. Here we go. So Underdog. So let's see if we can find, if we can. Oh, we have some call-ups for Cincy. Oh, Chase Burns. Tuesday. Pitcher. I'm going to guess he's a pitcher. Okay, yeah, he's a pitcher. 89. He's nice. Okay. May want to consider putting him down on Tuesday for I'm mad. I should have put James down, dog. And that's the thing, really, to be honest, like being honest, guys, I looked at Soto a couple of times last night and I just, something was it wasn't my gut, it was like my mind. My brain was like, I really kind of don't trust Soto to get at least a couple of HRRs, and look what he did. He hit a home run. I'm mad at myself for that. That's my fault. It was just a home run Saturday. Like, I think it was like 2 or 3 teams, their first 4 batters hit a home run. It was wild. Okay, so Kurtz hit 4th. He was DH. Okay, so he hit 4th and he didn't do anything last night. Like nothing at all. So I think he went. What was it here? It's not pulling it up. I can grab it from my phone though. If you don't have this app, I think it's available on any Android or iPhone. It's called The Score. It's all one word. It's mostly lowercase except for the S. The S is capital, but it's a blue app with a capital S in the middle. Go download that app, because this is what I used in the beginning of my betting. Just betting before I became a capper myself. Just betting. I use this daily to kind of help me do pick. It was more so for the NBA, because NBA is my favorite sport. So Kurtz, he went 0-3, 3 strikeouts, and a walk. So that's what he did last night. So the question becomes, because this dude Slade, he does strike out players. Again, this is why I'm saying, like, this is why I love taking risks, because the pick is either going to hit or it's not. He's not allowing so many earned runs, so you may want to consider fading his earned runs today. So he's sort of kind of like, he's 4-6 the last 10 when striking out, and against them, pretty much from last year, he had 7 strikeouts against the Athletics. They're ranked 13th in strikeouts too. So, also too, you guys want to also focus on the batters that are like plus 1,000 or a little lower, not like fully lower, but like plus 1,000, plus 87, 700, 750, all of that. You want to focus on those batters, because those batters, like Martinez, he may go out here and hit a home run today. Like, if you really pay attention to MLB, there are a lot of batters pretty much in every game, almost every game. There's somebody with a plus 1,000 home run or less, between, like, I want to say between 700 and 1,000, definitely above. A lot of them hit home runs every single day when everybody's leaning towards some of the middle batting order to above, like literally like the first like 4 batters or something like that. A lot of people focus on the top of the batting order and nobody focuses on the bottom, and a lot of the lower batters get home runs. They get HRRs. And it's not like it's a random. It happens almost every single game. Somebody down on the bottom gets at least 2 to 3 HRs every single day. you don't want to sit here and act like, these 4 or 5 are the main full go-to. You shouldn't look at the other players like you really should, because that's what I'm going to be looking to focus on too moving forward. Because I was talking to my boy at my job about that, because he bets. We were talking about that last week. Like, I was telling him, like, dude, you need to focus on the bottom batting order, because they will go out there and hit a home run, and you'll be mad because, Jose, you've been focused on him for 4 games, he doesn't do it, but Nolan Jones may have a back-to-back home run day. Bo Naylor may have a back-to-back home run spot, in a series, just randomly, or even 3, or just one home run and 2 or 3 HRRs in a row. Like, don't exclude them. Steve came through. So yesterday, when I put Jose on a parlay for HRR, I said it live on the stream. I said, Quan looks really great for a HRR yesterday. But I decided to go with Wilson instead, because he was still green. He was still looking really, really great, as he is today, except for his ISO, right? But Quan looked just as great yesterday. And yeah, I did not put him down, but I said it. I was like, you might want to put Quan down on the ticket. I didn't put him down. He went out there and he had 3 of them things, I think, if I remember correctly. Let me double check his stuff. He had 5. Yeah, so he did what he was supposed to do. So, let's see. Because again, Ramirez, he handled business. He did his thing. He had he had 4. He didn't hit a home run, but he had 4. So I'm just like that, because that's what I'm gonna be pushing for. Like I usually normally do 2. I'm gonna be pushing for 3 and 4 HRs, because the players still go out there and get 3. They sometimes even just get 3 every single time, and every so often, like once a week, they'll get 4. But I've been mostly practicing a lot, trying to find my niche. HRs is my niche. Still trying to figure out how to really put the right players on parlays for total bases, because that's originally what I really wanted to focus on. But HRRs are another thing. Let's see. See, I might just go back to. I might put Jose on another ticket, but let's look at Sears real quick. Because who knows, per how these pitchers are pitching lately, the game may go under. Now, I was right on yesterday's game for the San Fran game. I was right. It went under. San Fran won 3-2, if I remember correctly. And something told me to put Devers down on the HRR, and I didn't. And he went out there and hit a home run. It's just that I had Ramos to get a hit, and I should have put Devers on the ticket. I should have just did that, and that would have cashed. It was an easy, simple 3-leg. Take those 2 players for a hit, and then take the under on the total run, and that cashed. It was just like right there in front of my face. But I'm gonna try to do that again today. Let's look at Urias here. He's handling the business. 6-4 the last 10 games, getting 2 or more HRRs. Mostly in the green against Slade's pitch mix. I haven't really bet on Urias, like, at all. Let's see. Swaggy, what's going on? How are you? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well today. Thanks for your viewership. Definitely, hopefully that you cash and we cash together. You said wind's blowing out Wrigley again. So let's look at it real quick. So yesterday, I should have, when I was looking at a lot of these games, I should have just did a 4-leg parlay with PCA, Bush, Tucker, and Happ. Now, originally, because I talked about it like 10 minutes ago in the stream, I accidentally put Bush and Tucker on the same ticket as uh, the Lowe brothers. It was an accident during yesterday's stream, and that cashed. I'm considering actually redoing that today and just putting all 4 of them on the same ticket today. But again, it's Sunday though. That's the only thing. It's going to be an interesting day. A lot of these, few of these batters may not even play. They may only bat 2 times. That's what I've been noticing more recently with some of the players that I've picked. They've only batted like 1 or 2 times, maybe due to resting or something. Just weird over the last 48 hours. And I'm like, dag, like you only batted once, so you only batted twice. But, you know, the other player that I put on the ticket decided to handle business. Just like, was feeling really good about some of my picks. And a lot of them missed by 1 because the batters only hit 1 or 2 times in a game. Just found it just strange. But we're looking at the Athletics game real quick. Let me see. Yeah, because Tucker, he does have a lot of info, right? I'm trying to find where'd it go? Oh, there. Yeah, so he's in the red. His ISO is positive. Yeah, and I heard that Ellie De La Cruz threw up because of the heat. Yeah, I heard that Ellie threw up on, because of the heat, but he still ended up going out there and hitting a home run, so which worked out. Yeah, it might be a restful. There's a lot of heat because it's supposed to be where I live at. I live in PA, so it's supposed to be hot, like like mid to high 90s over the next like 4 or 5 days. We're not supposed to get more storming and rain until next weekend, like Friday, Saturday, probably Sunday type of thing. But I work next weekend, so I guess that'll work out for me. That way I'm at least kind of busy doing other stuff, you know, doing work and stuff. I didn't look at Call, but he's in the green against Ray. He has 1 hit and 8 pitches. He doesn't have a home run though. He's mostly in the green against the pitch mix. A little bit of just a smidge of a struggle on his batting average on Sundays and versus righties, but his slug is like pretty much perfect. Yeah. Like you definitely like Call. I think Call is leading the league in home runs right now. I think. I could be wrong. Let me double check. So Call leads because Judge is right behind him. Judge has 27. Suarez 25, Otani 25, and Schwarber 23. So those are the top 5. Nice. Because something told me when I saw Call at 28, I was like, Call is 2 away from a home run from 30, and something was telling me that I should have put him on a couple of home run slips over the last couple of days, and I didn't. And he pretty much hit back to back. I mean, I'm sorry, it wasn't 20, it was 27. I'm sorry. Because I was like, he feel like he's due, you know what I mean? Like, he only had 1, you know what I'm saying, over the last 10, blah, blah, blah. But it was just like, that's why I was just like, yeah, like, I'm considering, but I didn't do it, and now I'm mad because I technically in the last 2 games, if I put him down on the ticket yesterday, he got 2, and then taking the win and put it on last night, extra money in my pocket. Ooh, okay, so I always bring this up. I always see the number 333 every day. Like I see 111, 222, 333, 444, 555. I see all of those specific numbers in sets every single day, and this doesn't help me not seeing it because I'm macabre and I you know, I'm on these sites every day and I see the numbers every day. So this right here is kind of encouraging me to put Brent down for a HRR and maybe even a home run today. Because he just might go yard today. He's like 50-50 with against the pitch mix for Slade. Look at it. He had a triple yesterday. Man, dang it. Because I want to do some picks for doubles. That's what I really want to do. Look at this. Okay. So Brent batted. Let me go back to MLB. So Brent batted third yesterday. Okay, but he didn't he at least got 2 HRRs last night. See, if I had put, because I needed Brent on the 19th. He didn't come through for me, so I didn't take him on the 20th. And he got it. So he's had back-to-back days where he's gotten 2 HRRs. If I had put him on my other ticket with Ramirez instead of Wilson, that would have cashed. I thought about it. I was like, no, Wilson looks a little bit better. Maybe Wilson would do it, and he didn't. So I'm just kind of upset with myself. So Brent might be due. Today might be the day that he goes out there and goes yard. He has had a couple of doubles. He's had a few doubles over the last 25, basically. So when he got the doubles, what did he hit? He hit a slider. Oh, he got it against Soriano too. Nice. Yo, I saw somebody on Twitter say, like, how could I forgot what batter it was. They hit like a 422 yard hit, and it turned into a double. Somebody was just like, yo, how is it that somebody could hit a 422 yard non-home run? I was cracking up. Oh, okay. What do you do? Okay. So, do I want to take a chance on Rooker hitting a double? Because he's hit 2 sliders over the, what? Is it this month or last month? So this month alone, maybe? No, month and a couple of days. Yeah, 422 feet, yep. So over the last course of the last, I guess you could say the last 30 days. Thanks. Yeah, I did mean feet. So over the last 30 days, he's hit 2 sliders for a double. So should I go for it? Because I didn't do it yesterday, and I'm mad because there were a couple players that I was thinking about putting for a double and I didn't, and they went out there and got it. So, but it's a Sunday, so that's the thing. I may want to consider waiting until tomorrow, because I do want to try to see if I can find another niche, which would be putting players for a double and seeing if that will be a success for me on a weekly basis. Even if I get like maybe say 3 players, that's 3 out of a 7-day week. Usually the odds for a double are like between like plus 350 and 4 over 400. So for Rooker, because he's had 2 over the last 10, it's probably about 4 something. So 350. Okay. So this is actually a good spot here for a double. Again, the question is, could he get it off of, again, because Slade throws 38% of the time, just shy of this is his second best pitch that he throws the most. If he throws the slider at Rooker, the question is, will this once again be another double if he does decide to throw a slider and Rooker reads the pitch and he gets under it to be able to at least get a base hit? That's the question. But let's also look at the home run though, just in case. 4 seam. That was the end of last month. A slider. He got under that against Ross on the 24th. So that's 2. That's 1-1. And another slider. So that's the question is, should I put Rooker down for either a home run or a double or both? Now, granted, I'm still really considering putting him down for HRR, just for the 2, which would be -140 over on BetMGM. I'm gonna favor that real quick. I'll just favor the HR real quick. Cause I'm gonna come back. Now that's one spot. So Tampa has been red hot. That's what I was talking about maybe 10 plus minutes ago. Tampa's been red hot. Arizona, a little bit of St. Louis. Who else has been hot batter-wise, offense-wise? Texans have been pretty much kind of hot on the offense on the road. They're playing against my home team, which is the Pirates. They're batting against Falter. So the one batter that I'm considering taking for HRR, and I even consider for a home run, is Riley Green here, because he has a positive hit rate against Zach. Batting average is like pretty much perfect, right? It's just his ISO. Excuse me. Because he's getting HRRs, but it's 50%. Mostly in the green against the pitch mix. June he's handling business, but Sundays he struggles. But against righty, he's handling business. So it's a 50-50 toss up on what I want to do with green. I am really truly just more so considering the safer bet, which would be just the 2 HRR, which would be what, -135 on BetMGM. And then parlaying that with another player. Let's see, Zach, he gets strikeouts. That's the only thing, because I always say I take risk on the channel. Some of my risky plays hit, some of them don't. I accept. I welcome the wins and I accept the losses. I still lose more than I win though. Still pushing to try to hit on at least like a 4-leg. I did hit on a 4-leg 2 days ago. And still, of course, looking to try to put together. Yesterday was a perfect day to put like a 10-leg parlay down for like HRRs, total bases, and stuff like that. Of course, home runs would be more the thing. A lot of people won some big money last night or yesterday because a lot of batters handled their business. But today is probably maybe a possible day where it's a pitcher's day, because a lot of the pitchers, these pitchers are strikeout pitchers, so they may allow, hits, but they're striking out at a high rate too. So it's just like you gotta kind of pick and choose what you really want to try to do. So the best bet for this game, like I said, it's possibly Green, possibly Carpenter, maybe even Torkelson. Okay, so Carpenter sucks, but there goes that 2-2-2 I was talking about. He's been at least getting, okay, that's what I was thinking, because I know he recently had gotten 2 total bases, and that was yesterday. So he's been struggling, but today might be the day where he might go yard. Torkelson's 0-7 against Little, but he might get an HRR today. Yeah, especially even like today. Like that's why I try to encourage people, like, hey, like, okay, yesterday was a hot day for batters. Today might be a hot day for pitchers. And, they may still allow some runs, but the under may hit. a score may be 5-1 type of thing, and the under be 7.5. You still, that's why I try to tell people, like, yo, like, I encourage people, like, yes, you want to do what everybody does and do home runs, but look at taking overs and unders on total runs, because that's what I do too. I haven't done it in like 2 or 3 days, but most of the time I'm usually right over here on Outlier. I look at some stuff and I'm like, oh, because we're going to be doing that today, because that's literally what I was thinking about today. Like, today might be a day that we may want to fade some teams on some total runs, because the pitchers might shut down the whole entire team, even the bullpen, and the under may hit. The White Sox may not get what let me see. White Sox might not get what, 4.5. They may not get. 3.5. They may not get. The safer bet probably might be taking this here and just, if you're a $10 better, you may want to put 15 to 17 bucks down instead, like several extra bucks, just to get a profit back, and they don't get 5 runs today against the Blue Jays. That might happen. Nice. So is there a game? Oh shoot. Well, let me hurry up. I didn't realize that my O's, I didn't realize that we were playing at 11:35. Nice. And the time's right here in front of my face. Yeah, White Sox, again, the White Sox might. They may not. That's the thing. They may get so many hits, but they may not get the, they may not get the runs. Again, they might not. But then again, they might. Because when you really look at it, for the 3.5 is a plus 100. This is like a sweet spot for it to either go under or over, for real. And then you're right. It's a minus 110 and it may go over. Yep. That's what I'm saying. That's why I be telling and encouraging people, like, dude, like, even with the NBA, like, focus on team stuff. Focus on team total points. When I bet on college football, because I can't bet on the player props, I found my niche for college football. What was it? It was team total points over. I was cashing. I was betting 25 bucks each pick, winning 50 plus bucks. And, I had a positive record, everything. I was with college football. I cannot wait for college football to get here. I'm ready. Nice. See, the O's are my favorite baseball team, but Pittsburgh technically would be because it's my home team. So, this is where I reside. So, but we've been still we Pirates started to score run. Yeah, you see it, sort like a little bit, but not much. We've been pretty much still under the mark. So let me see something real quick. Let me I got thinking about green. Yeah, Kramer, he does get some strikeouts, but he still, like my O's, you just, okay. So we're batting against Letter. He doesn't allow a lot of hits. He does get a lot of strikeouts. He doesn't have any head-to-head against us. He's a right-handed pitcher. We suck against righties. So what I'm probably going to do, I'm probably just going to fade us on our total runs today. Let me see. I think it was over on... okay. Yeah. See, that's the thing. This is what I'm talking about. You here specifically, if you bet here specifically, just these 6 games, if you won here and then faded the Pirates these next 5 and took all those wins, you'd be up right now. And then of course, if you would have decided to bet here, you would have lost all that money. But again, if you had skipped that and then did the other 2, dude, you would be up. Like I said, if you just turn if you're trying to turn $10 to $1,000, you would be sitting on literally over $1,000 right now. If you skip day 7 and then decided to do so. Today, I'm gonna go on ahead because we're talking about it, or I'm talking about I'm gonna jump on over here to Caesars. I'm just gonna bet a couple of bucks here, probably like $1.25. I'm just gonna go on ahead and fade us on our total run here. Just do it. Just say screw it. And what I might do is take the same pick and parlay it with something else. So where's the runs? There we go. Runs. And then we are at home. So under -125. So what would that be? Yeah, I'll bet 1/4 and 1/3. We'll do that. Get back a couple of bucks and some change. Boom, bam, bang. So it's locked in. I did it. Knocked it out. All right, back to what I was talking. Back to what I was doing. Let me see. So I'm mad at myself because I looked at Seager for HRRs yesterday and I didn't put him down. I should have. Something was telling me to put him down for 2 HRRs and I didn't. It was my fault. If you want to do that, I'll put that in right now. We can collab on that, Swaggy. You want to do that? You want to put that in? Let's look at the where's that Cubs? Cubbies. Hold on. Whoa. Hold on. So Gilbert. Okay, so we only faced them last season, but it was like, no, it was a couple of seasons ago, basically. So he struck him out 7. Boosted plus 600. Nice. That's the only thing. Gilbert, hold on. Righties. So Suzuki didn't go yesterday. He might go today, or he might just get 2 HRRs. He's mostly in the green against Gilbert's pitch mix. Struggling in June right now. Struggling on Sundays. Let me see something real quick. Because I might, actually might. What's this? It's 155. Think here, because I might what I might do is fade Gilbert on his runs in this game, because he's been handling business literally the last 10 games. He's literally 9-1. Cubs just came off of a big hitting day. Not saying that they can't still have that happen to today. Not saying that at all. And at the same time, because I just mentioned this, like the top of the batting order may be cold, but the bottom of the batting order may handle business. Because we don't want to just focus on look at this here. Kelly, Carson, his home run is plus 370. He hasn't hit a home run at all. The books are kind of expecting him to go yard basically. He's 2 for 2 against Gilbert. I might end up taking him for HRR for if he has any available info to choose from. Let me run the BetMG, not BetMG. Let me relog back into DraftKings real quick. Because that's the funny thing, because for Carson, he hasn't hit a home run in more than I guess more than 10 days. Let me look at this real quick. I want to see if DraftKings has anything available for HRR for him. No. See anything. Alright, I'm gonna run to BetMGM here. Maybe he maybe BetMGM has something. Nope, he's not available. That's the only thing, because a lot of times the books don't have players to choose from, and they go out there and they go out there and do the job that you're. And I don't know why he's not showing up for HRR, but it's saying he's showing up for the home run though, right? He's not even showing up for the home run. Is he injured? I know I saw a couple of players yesterday that weren't showing up on the sports books, and then I looked and I was like, oh, like a HRR, the info wasn't showing up for HRR, it was showing up for everything else, like the hits, the home runs and stuff. Oh, they got a team home run. Word. So basically, that's for just for the team in general, just for one player to get a home run. Nice. Oh, that's right. It's Sunday. Catchers, a lot of catchers rest, or some catchers rest on Sundays. I forgot about that. So never mind on picking Carson. Right, but I guess I'll have to wait until, because the game starts at 2:20. Maybe if I wait until 12 p.m.-ish and go back into the sports book and see if they put him back in, because again, it is Sundays, and I forgot that some players do rest, like some catchers do rest on Sundays. I forgot about that. Okay. So, okay. All right. Oh, no, hold on. Because, okay, so yesterday I put Stowers down. He did not do anything. Today I'm considering putting him down again. So he's 0-2 against Bryce. It's not that much in the green as far as the pitch mix. He did have a double 2 days ago. Struggling on Sundays. Let me see something real quick. Let me refresh. Let me see if they, because it's 9:47. They may have possibly. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, we have 3 lineups rolling right now. So for the Tigers, okay, Green is batting 4th. Let me go back to Green. This is why I love Prop Finder here. Let me see. If you're not down with Prop Finder, Swaggy, let me show you something. Where are we? Detroit, where are you? Here we go. So let's go batting order matchup. So Kramer, 4th. Green is batting 4th. Prop Finder says for Kramer, my homie, who plays for my team, my favorite MLB team, 4th is his weak spot. His second weak spot in the lineup when he's pitching against the batters. Green is batting 4th. Oh, wait. I'm looking at the wrong. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong game. Let me do this right. Okay, so Little. So it's actually, okay, so Little, he struggles against the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. So Cole Keith is batting. He's opening the bat. He's the opening batter. Torres and then Carpenter at DH. So let's see. Torres. That's the thing. They don't have anything in the green for any of the players. Cole. But Torres might be, maybe, possibly, a batter that we want to look at for HRRs. He's 0-3 against Zach. Just kind of struggling against the pitch mix, though. About Colt here. 0-5. Something still more in the red than anything. Okay. Said they shouldn't get swept. It's a Sunday. They might get swept. It might, or they might win. Who knows? Oh, and then Carpenter was more so in the red here. Like he struggles, but again, Carpenter might decide to hit a home run today, or he might just get a 2 or 3 HRRs today. He handles business on Sundays though, and against righties. So that's the only thing. He actually might do something today because this is a good spot for him. What's his So basically Carpenter is due to hit. The question is, today be the day, because Sundays are a weird day to bet. That is the question at hand. Even though Little strikes out a lot of batters. Right? We're sort of kind of like he's every other game. So if you're a trend person, since the 9th of May, he went over, then under, over, under, over, under, over, and then he went under in his last start, which may mean he might go over today in strikeouts. And Detroit is actually 4th when it's pertaining to strikeout rates. So Detroit might strike out today. That's the only thing. Okay, so that's that one. So Yankees, Bellinger's batting 4th. He did hit yesterday. Actually, did he go? I don't think Bellinger went yard yesterday. Okay, so let's see. Fourth. Since Bellinger's batting fourth, he has 3 home runs, 4 2-baggers. Doesn't strike out much in that spot. 275 ISO. That's what Kramer's allowing. I need to do that. It's 1 in 5 though against Kramer. Let's see. Batting fourth, he has a 265 average with a 439 slug. And actually, he has 16 RBIs. One of, I guess, okay, not one of his most, probably like in the middle. But again, he's, per the spot, it's his best spot. Looks like second best. Okay, because when he's leading off, he actually does better. No, third best, right? Yeah. What am I saying? Oh, they even have center field. So when he's center field, he sucks. I don't really count that, but it's more so just the. It's more so just the spot that I'm looking at here. So I might want to put him down for HRR today because he might actually handle business against Kramer today. And then second, who's batting second? Aaron. Will Aaron rise again? Oh man, 333. Sheesh, that's like, what is his this thing? It's plus 220. Batting second. Okay. So what I'm probably gonna do is kind of like that. Let me see what DraftKings has real quick. This will be a pick that I put in right now. Be a 2 HRR for basically Judge and Bellinger because they're in the sweet spot, right? They're in the weak spot. Let's see, Judge, his 2 HRR is plus 200. Bellinger is minus 155. If I just parlay those together, it's a plus 116. So I'm going to put that in, right? Whoops. I don't have $100 something to bet. So I'm going to put that in here, right? But then I'm going to do a double. I'm going to then I'm going to run over to BetMGM because BetMGM has the better value, right? For because Judge for a 3 HRR is a minus 115 over on DraftKings. But Judge for HRR for 3 is a plus 100. So Judge here, and then I'm gonna. Well, it won't let me. It won't let me put Bellinger for 3, but I'll still take him for the 2. Oh, that's right. So BetMGM, it decided to limit me because it was allowing. This was like 3 days ago. It was allowing me, or even before, it was allowing me to put 2 players down for the same game for a parlay, but now it's not. So the best bet that I can do, I can technically take Judge straight up in a pick, which I'll just do that. Just say screw it. To plus 625. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that. So I did Judge for 3 HRRs plus 100. As I always say during the streams, during my videos, is that I enjoy taking plus 100s. Well, let's see. Where's the plus 625? What sports book? Because you mentioned it might be somewhere else at a better spot. Right, yeah. It sucks. Hold on. Okay. There is a reason why it's at 625. Okay, so there's 3. There's the Walker hit by pitch at 625. Then there's a single at 625, and then there's a home run at 625. But there's also a strikeout at 333. And there's also an in play at a plus 145. That's the lowest. Double is 8 plus 1800 though. Yeah. That might be that might be. I mean, at the end of the day, Judge is gonna do something. He's gonna walk, he's gonna launch one out the park, get a single, get a double. He's gonna do something. Something's gonna happen. Now, if you had the funds, you could just put everything in, and something's gonna catch. Let's see. right, so since he throws the cutter and the sinker, I'm kind of feeling froggy on a double for real. Because he's hit a couple of doubles on a sinker. That's Kramer's second most pitched. And he's hit 2 doubles. Pretty much this month. So I'll do that. Yeah. Because again, like I said, Kramer, he throws the sinker the second most in his arsenal. And this month alone, Judge has hit 2 doubles, 2 sinkers. So the most recent one was on the 19th. And I kind of want to say that was the one that was most launched too. Yeah. But let me pull up everything just in case. Let me see. Yeah. 4 seam, second most. Yeah. Actually, no. Sorry. Soriano was on the 16th. It was 400. Actually, no. Steve Cruz was on the most. I would say at least within the last few days, though, of this week. So I just put that in. I took Judge for. What did I do? I did 2 things for Judge. Just put a quick buck down. So I put Judge down for 3 HRRs and then a double. So we'll see what happens. And this one I'll probably post on my Twitter. For which one? The 375. Which one is that? Because so okay. So I'm sorry. I put Judge down to get a double in the first inning. First inning, first at bat, plus 1800. So I might even still do that for the game itself. Yeah, the homer. Well, actually, the home run is actually unless the line moved, because this might be the opening line at 220. Yeah, the opening line is probably this one here, and that plus 220. Let me see, because again, some apps have different. Some apps have different. Some AI apps have different lines. Let's look at Judge here for. Okay, so it did go down. So BetMGM is the joint. So originally it was BetMGM. The original line opened up at plus 220 over on DraftKings, but now it dropped to BetMGM plus 190. Okay. Yeah, because he's been Carl's been handling business. Technically, the best bet that you probably may want to put down is Judge and call for a HRR for 3. That might be the best bet. So let me see. So if I do judge and call, I got to see what call is sitting at as far as HRR is concerned. But that's if BetMGM has anything open. Game's not that far away from starting. Call is a minus 150 for 3. So if I parlay that together, that's a plus 233. Oh, they bet call to go under to not get a home run today. Work. Let me see. Oh wait, I grabbed the wrong. It's a wrong game. How I fix that up. Here we go. So currently, there's probably no White Sox, Rays. Okay, so these ones are the only ones. All right. Like I said, the Rays have been like my favorite team to bet on currently, as far as HRRs are concerned. But again, they're batting against Mize, who's been allowing hits, but sort of kind of striking teams out. But he's actually but that was last season. He allowed 1 run last year, though. Same thing with hits. He only allowed 3, but he's been allowing hits. So let's see. Pertaining to the Rays, so this lineup really hasn't changed. Like the first 4 really hasn't really changed. So Diaz is DHing today. The wrong thing. So his only weak spot is 2nd and 8th. 2, 4, 6. So Theus is batting 8th. Switch it to. Oh, they won't let you. Okay. Great. So who's batting 2nd again? Brandon. So the question is Brandon going to go yard today? 1 for 3. Another 3-3-3. There you go. Doesn't have a home run against your boy. He struggles against left-handed batters. Brandon struggles against the pitch mix. So when he's batting 2nd, this is technically his best spot too. So 288, 461. Sundays he bats fairly decent. And against righties though, he's handling business. His ISO's low. I mean, it's still green, but it's, usually when I pick a player for 2 HRRs, I usually go with the 200s. But let's look at, let's see here. See, that's the thing. He's allowing 516 for the slug, but 258 for the ISO against lefties, or against the second batting. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I'm reading wrongly. That's Mize. I'm sorry. I apologize. So Brandon, not Josh. The other. So there we go. So ISO is 229. So this is actually pretty much on a good side. So I'm probably gonna possibly take a chance on Brandon to get 2 HRRs. The question is, do I want to put Josh back on there as well? Because he's also a lefty. Or maybe Caminero. Let's look at, or even Aranda. Now that's wild. He had one pitch thrown to him and it was a double. He's more in the green against the pitch mix. So what is he? Fourth, right? Should I go back to the well? Because again, like I said, I won yesterday. Should I re-parlay them both back on the same ticket again for them to do it back-to-back days, specifically something that's on a Sunday? That's the question at hand. What do I want to do here? Now, specifically per the information, per the data, you could possibly put Aranda down for a home run today. He might go yard. This one's a bit of up in the air one for me. Oh, uh-oh. Could be a trend thing. When he went for a double on the 15th, he got a double on the 16th. He got a double yesterday. He may get a double today. It's plus 440. He has 2 doubles against the slider. And he has 2 home runs against a slider. And a plethora of singles against a slider. I guess like 3, 4, 5. He has 5 singles against a slider. So this is literally pointing at him getting an HRR today. Kind of being honest. He hasn't had, in the last 10 games, he has not had 3 straight HRRs. That's the only thing. Technically, in the last 20 games, he has not had 3 straight HRRs. It's interesting. 6 for 12 for the season, but he's only 8 and 20 the last 20 games. Unless they're just talking about. Never mind. They're talking about over the course of the last 2 seasons, but he's half and half. This could be a trend too, because when we look at this from the 14th, from the 13th of April, he went under back to back. He went over, then he went under by the 4th game. Then he went up. Then he went over by the 5th. So we track it. Starting point, the 30th, he went under back to back, over the 3rd game, and then under the 4th starting game. Today could be the day that he goes. Again, it's the 5th day. Today, that he could get 5 or more strikeouts today. Just kind of trying to cover all bases to see if I want to do this pick or not. Which I still might do. I might just put them both down for another HRR today. Just because it might be the best bet here. Actually, before I even do anything else, let me come here and then let me, because it's after 10 o'clock, let me share. I'm gonna post this on Twitter. Thanks. You're welcome. Again, thanks for watching, being here. Definitely hope that you cash on some wins today. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to post this on my Twitter. At least for the Aaron Judge. For the double. Let me relook at the info real quick. They only had one. The last 10, 3 of the last 20. 347 on Sundays. I'm just posting this double pick here. First at bat. First plate appearance. Day is 3:58. Wait. There we go. Okay. All right. Now, if you wanna, again, I'm doing him for a double for the first at bat. Again, for what me and Swaggy talked about, if you want to do the plus 375 for the double for the game, you can still do that one. That's more of like a safer pick. But I did also put him down for a 3 HRs as well. Okay. Pick placed, post placed on Twitter. Okay, and I posted it in my betting group. We'll see what happens, Captain. Now I gotta put it over in Twitter for both. That's right, I did put, I forgot about that fast. I put Bellinger and Judge down as well. I forgot about that. I forgot. Sorry, I'm taking a little bit longer because I'm sharing these picks that I just, so that way I won't forget. Because again, those, the what you call the game is about to start. I wanted to make sure that I got that pick posted as fast as possible. Because we got just a little over an hour before the games start. Oh, come on. How does it do? Don't like it when Discord does that. It's like, y'all gonna let me get this other image sent, son. Alright. That's that. Now. So see, Jesus got a nothing. That's right, he got the hit yesterday. He's 5 for 15 against. It's pretty much, well, not sort of kind of like Judge, but he has the same amount of hits and at bats and the batting average. He has a home run though. Interesting. Oh, dude, he's been launching. He just hasn't. He's struggling to get anything though. That's the only thing. They don't have any more thing else as far as lineups though, huh? Let's see. Oh, it's a little past what I normally stream. I may go just a little bit more, just a smidge. So anytime I didn't pick Vargas, he did something, and then when I did a couple of times, he didn't do anything. Let's see. Struggling against the pitch mix though. Struggling in general. He doesn't do well. He does better at the fourth compared to anything else. Well, batting second, he does fairly okay. But he's batting third. And as always, I don't really. Interesting that first base he bats better. But again, he's batting third and he struggles batting third. Now Bassett struggles against right-handed batters though. That's his best weak spot is third. Interesting enough, he has the Robert has the most home runs. Who's batting fifth? Robert G. Now when he's batting fifth, he struggles some. Yeah, he did get, was the day before. Oh, he sucks. His best batting average is on today, but his slug sucks. But against lefties, he's actually doing better. But he's batting against a righty. Interesting that, again, he struggles a little bit against the fifth spot, pitching. So that's that. Oh man, Rutschman, I was seeing it now. Rutschman is not going to be back until All-Star break because of his oblique. Man, okay. Nothing for the Braves currently, because I do have, like I mentioned, I do have a pick for the Braves. I have 2 like HRR for the Braves game, for the Braves specifically, for Acuna Jr. and Ozuna go out here and handle business today. So he struggles against lefties, and they have a plethora of lefties here. Yelich has been handling business in HRR realm last few games. Does well against righties. He's pretty much mostly green against the pitch mix. And he's actually doing well in the head-to-head too. So another player that I may Look to bet on again, because yesterday I had him on a ticket. He met the mark, but the other player did not. That's the only thing. Byron. You're like 50-50 on the pitch mix. Definitely struggling a little bit on Sundays specifically, but for the month of June, you're handling business. You had a home run, three singles, or probably more than that. Yeah, well, for the month at least. Two singles, a double, and a home run against righties over the course of the last couple of weeks here in June. You've been handling business, sir. Oh yeah, the last time I put Lenark on, he didn't even bat. That's right. I forgot about that. But Brooksley went out there and handled business because I had him and Brooksley on the ticket on the 19th. I mean, on the what was it, the 20th? And he hasn't batted since. Well, maybe that's because they didn't play. But either way, he did not play. You struggle against right-handed batters more than anything. Well, really struggle against both. Willie, he came through for me on the 20th. Practically pretty much any time he did get a hit, he got two HRRs. That's the only thing. That's just in general. And even just the last 10 games, same thing. So I might just do Byron and Willie or maybe still put Yelich down. I put you down. You didn't come through for me yesterday, sir. Quite disappointed. The only thing he kind of been handling business against batters. In the midst of him struggling. It's lefties. So what if I do a 3-leg? Buxton, Willie, and Yelich. I'm not really trusting one other player to come out here and get Like even like Cheerios been fairly doing this thing, right? So let me peep something. Hmm. Let me see something. Let me log back into DraftKings. I want to see because I might just do a 3-leg. So often you want to switch it up. Because usually I do 2 legs, right? See, Buxton is a minus 200 for 2 HRRs. Yelich is minus 145. And then Willie is minus 130. If I parlay all of those, it's plus 282. You know what? I'll do that. Put down $1.05 to get back 401. Do that. Just to kind of switch some things up here. Okay. This might be another low scoring. Well, hold on. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Yeah, this might be another low scoring game here. Because it went under the total. It was 5-1 win for the Padres last night. Both these pitchers pretty much sort of kind of more recently, you would probably say, they haven't really allowed so many hits. Which includes haven't allowed so many runs. So you face off great against lefties. It's kind of a mixture though. And then you face off great against lefties as well. Basically same thing, it's a mixture. may do is put Bobby and Vinny down. They actually do well, right? So this is what I'm thinking. Bobby and Vinny parlayed. Fernando Tatis, Sheets parlayed. And then put all that together. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna more than likely do. This will be the final pick for the stream. So it'll be three picks in total. This is on DraftKings. Bobby Witt minus 170 for 2 HRR. Vinny 135, 2 HRR plus 136. Lock that in. And then again, same game. Fernando Tatis minus 180, and then Sheets minus 115 plus 156. Lock that in, and then I would just combine both. That'll be my these. So I'll probably do another one, but it'll be over on FanDuel for a different pick, and I'll probably post it on Twitter or just post it in my betting groups that I'm in. And keep it moving. Let's keep that slip, and then do that. So in total, for the 4-leg parlay of Fernando Tatis, Gavin Sheets, Bobby Witt Jr., Vinny Pascal, all of that plus 500. Locked it in. Boom. And I'll share this one on Twitter, and we will hopefully hope for the best, and that'll be pretty much the stream, guys. Thanks for watching, anybody who's watched the entire stream. Sorry I got a little quiet over the course of because I was overthinking, kind of just like analyzing, and yeah, but a little longer than what I usually normally do on the stream, so it is what it is. But maybe tomorrow after work I'll stream again. Maybe, we'll see. Depends. I go back to work tomorrow, so I work the next 4 days after today. Well, technically, I work the next 8 days out of 9. That's usually my usual schedule on a week-and-a-half basis. But again, Swaggy, thanks for hanging. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your picks and what you decided to share. And hope, well, like I said, once again, hope we hit. Hopefully. We'll see what happens, but I'm out. I'll let y'all later. Stay safe, stay humble, and hope we go green today.